morning. Good morning, good morning. How are we today, people? Are we well? I sure do bloody hope so. Right, so this morning I thought I would discuss with you, we'll do some hints and tips for new riders, because I'm sure there's a few out there. And basically I just want to give people the heads up, stuff that I've learned as a benefit of my experience of riding on the road since I passed my test 7 years ago, but even then, before then, when I was on a 125. So first and foremost, the biggest tip that I can give you is trust nobody. If you think somebody's going to do something, chances are they probably will. After a while you will develop a sixth sense of what somebody's going to do by the body language of their vehicle, which sounds really fucking weird, but honestly, when you're driving along a dual carriageway and you'll see somebody, suddenly the car will be shifting closer to the central reservation and you'll go, he's going to change lanes in a minute, and then sure enough the indicator will come on and they'll start changing lanes. So you get the point. Defend your road space. Big number 2 tip. Defend your road space. Ride, particularly in London, you have to ride aggressively. That doesn't mean riding around with a baseball bat beating the fuck out of people, although sometimes I would love to. It means defend that road space. You have every right to be on that road as much as that fat cock in his white van does. So basically, make sure that road space, when you're on it, that's mine. That's my bit of road. I've paid to be there. I've paid my insurance. I've paid my road tax. I've paid for my MOT. I have every right to be there. So keep that in mind and defend it. You know, don't, if someone sits up your arse, well fuck them, just go slower. That's what I do. Right, go on, sit up my arse. I'll make you even slower, mate. I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, if they really want round you, they will go round you. Number 3 would be definitely get one of these. Whether it be a Drift 4K or a GoPro 5 or even a Session, or maybe not one of the most expensive action cameras if you can't afford it, just any form of camera, not necessarily to vlog. What are you doing, you fucking idiot? Not necessarily to vlog, but just to basically give yourself some insurance, should I say, because believe me, people will try anything to get out of shit. I witnessed an accident on the A13. I had the camera rolling, a woman changed lanes, pulled into a Fireblade. She wasn't fucking looking. Her husband was in the car, he got out, he had short man syndrome, started giving it all the big un. You know, how he was going to do everybody over, which was hilarious. I just said, mate, get back in the car, I'll break you in half. The bottom line was, she, at the time, because I was there and witness for the biker in front of me, she then admitted liability at the scene. However, later that day, she told her insurance company she wasn't liable and that the guy in the Fireblade had in fact crashed into her whilst she was in the middle lane and that she wasn't changing lanes at all. At which point he asked me for the footage. I gladly obliged, and basically the woman was made to look very fucking stupid and it was an open and shut case. So my point is, something like that will definitely help you. Number 4 on my riding tips for beginners would be filtering. If you're in a country like the UK where you're perfectly allowed to filter and it's perfectly legal, even though some fuckheads over here haven't cottoned on to that idea yet, don't filter too fast. Big tip there, don't filter too fast. And by that I mean, if the traffic is stationary and you're flying along through the middle of it at 40 miles an hour, sometimes even faster, I've seen people do it, don't be a space cadet. If you do that, basically one of these days your luck will run out. And what will happen is you'll be flying along through the middle of it, and somebody will go to change lanes, and that'll be all she wrote. Because even with ABS, I'm telling you, I've seen people change lanes 5 or 6 feet in front of me. How I have stayed on is beyond me, and I've been filtering much slower than that. So yeah, just bear that in mind. You know, be respectful of it. And the biggest tip that I can give you is stay away from Addison Lee drivers. Just don't go near them. Don't go near Addison Lee drivers. They're just shit. Okay, every time I've been riding in London 7 years, every time one of these fuckers has pulled a U-turn in front of me or whatever, illegally I might add, they're so engrossed in their sat-nav, they have little comprehension of what else is going on around them. And trust me, if you've ever ridden in one, you'll know exactly what I mean. So yeah, just stay away from them. But I suppose finally, really, just, you know, for a tip for new riders, enjoy it. Don't let other people's fear put you off. You have this, there's always this inherent bollocks that people come out with whenever you say you're a biker or you're right, or, you know, when I said I was thinking of doing it and they're all like, oh no, I couldn't get one of them, I'd kill myself. No, what they mean is, I'm under the thumb and my wife won't let me have one, and you know, that's a damn shame for them. But don't let their fear put you off. I've been riding bikes for 7 years. Bottom line is, I know people have been riding for 40 years, 50 years. If you ride sensibly within your means, and you've gone and you go and you educate yourself, you do track days, you do IAMs, etc., then you can become an amazing rider, and you know, you can ride for 50, 60 years. If you ride like a cock, you don't do any motorbike training, you ride duck-footed and you ride around and you go, oh, I know everything, right? You will have a low life expectancy. You will end up smeared all over the road. That's just the way it is, okay? You know, even people riding sensibly, you cannot equate for the stupidity of other road users, which is true, you can't. All you can do is try and be as safe as you can. But you can enjoy those four-wheel days. I mean, I would say touring around Europe, I don't ride as much in the UK now as I used to, other than my commuting to and from work. You used to ride all the time on a Sunday, but the roads have got so busy over here now that I generally don't bother. I'll just save it for the racetrack. But no, you know, it's still perfectly possible to have fun on a bike. And you know what? If there was more people on bikes, what is this cock doing? If there was more people on bikes, the roads would be less congested. Simple fact for you right there. But no, just enjoy yourself. You know, enjoy yourself, have some fun. But yeah, just take those five tips on board, because they really will help you, I promise. Alright guys, take it easy. I will no doubt, I am sure, catch you on the flip side sometime very soon. Bye for now.